as a sponsorship for an entire semester. So I say all of this to tell you that there's more than one way for you to support our students, that some of which are here tonight, and I can't wait for you to get a chance to meet them. You want to go online, it's through Gala Bid, and if you all are familiar with the QR code, it's that little square box that has all the squiggly lines in it. It's simply, you just take a picture of that, turn on your photo, and it will take you directly to Gala Bid's website, where you're able to bid throughout the evening. Bidding goes until 6:30 this evening, so you have plenty of opportunity to enjoy the program today, as well as participate in our online auction. All right, with all of that, I want to start tonight's program. I'd like to introduce you to someone that is near and dear to my heart. Again, this is someone who I have met about 3 years ago, and we have had the pleasure of working side by side with Future Institute ever since. He's from the law firm of Franklin, Greenswag, Shannon, and Capella, our Future Institute's board vice president, and again, my dear friend, Charlie Franklin.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you very much for those kind words. As I'm sitting here sort of crawling, I look at this and I think this is really brilliant, that what we have here, what we're trying to do, and just the location that we are. So first off, I want to thank Dr. Khan and East West University for being so hospitable and having us to this great facility. Until now, I didn't know it existed. So it's terrific, and so thank you very much. I also, Mr. Sadat Dumond is here. He is the CEO and president of Concept Schools. Concept Schools is who funds Future Institute. They are the fiscal sponsor of it, and without them, we wouldn't be here. Without their support, without his support, we wouldn't be here on this mission that we have, this bettering, this improvement of our students, trying to help them succeed in the transition, I should say, from high school, or through high school and to college or to their career, emboldening them in their success. So anyway, I wanted to welcome all of you here. Please don't feel that you have to sit down and stay seated. You can wander, you can, listen to the people, listen to the panel that we're doing, but feel free to make yourself at home. If you need to use the facilities, they're out in the front by the elevators where you came in. And just, again, make yourself at home, enjoy the festivities, and thank you for supporting us, supporting Future Institute, and the mission, at least, that we're on. So thank you very much. I wanted to introduce now Mr. Sadat Dumond, who is like I said, the CEO and president of Concept Schools. Mr. Dumond, thank you.
All right, thank you very much for the nice introduction. Again, my name is Sadat Dumond, President and CEO of Concept Schools. I remember the first time we had a graduating class in Cleveland, 2003, the first graduating class of Concept School Network. At that time, we had students graduating from our school, which I was principal of, HSA Cleveland High, and in Columbus, we had HSA Columbus High. Both, we had 40 students graduating from those two schools. 18 years after, so this year I asked my vice president on the way here, how many students are going to be graduating this year? And he said 640. From 40 students to 640 in 18 years. So that's too much. So, yeah. And it's been 18 years. Right now, Concept Schools serving almost 13,500 students in 30 schools in 6 different states. Concept Schools operates and exists to create opportunities for all of our students, for them to reach their potential and become productive citizens. As part of that big vision of ours as Concept Schools, Future Institute came into existence as a part of that vision. And what they are doing right now, they are creating more opportunities for our alumni as we speak. As the president of the Concept Schools, I'm confident that we are in safe hands of great and strong, governance, board of directors, and also a great team leading Future Institute every single day. That governance, represented by individuals who are dedicated and committed to what they do every single day for us, and the team who are passionate about what they do. So they work together to create more opportunities for our alumni every single day. The question that I'm going to ask all of you today as the nice audience of today's event, what are we going to do collectively or individually to add value to Future Institute? So there are lots of opportunities that we can take advantage of. We can become a fiscal sponsor like Concept School has been so far, or you could become a mentor for our alumni students, as I am one of those mentors. You could find donations for this wonderful organization. You could serve on the board like many people are serving on the board today. You could become an advocate for Future Institute, or you could find people, connect us with those people who are going to be contributing to Future Institute in any ways possible. Or you could do some PR and networking and find the right people to make Future Institute bigger and better every single day. Thank you very much for coming. I am glad to be here with you. There we go.
Thank you so much. Next, I'd like to introduce you to Jack Nick. He is a 20-year banking veteran who has recently joined the Republic Bank of Chicago. He leads the bank's marketing and e-commerce efforts. And like Republic Bank, Jack greatly values his community and has volunteered in youth baseball leagues, has managed school fundraisers, and served on school boards. So please help me welcome Jack Nick.
Thank you, Lisa. Hello. As Lisa said, my name is Jack Nick, and I am the Marketing Director at Republic Bank of Chicago. More importantly, I'm one of about 300 colleagues who is completely invested and cares deeply about the communities we serve. And we share Future Institute's passion for building a better society. At Republic Bank, we've supported our community since we opened our doors back in 1964. We live where you live and we work where you work. Singularly focused on what matters most, the future of our clients and their success. This time of year seems like a perfect reminder to be grateful for all the blessings in our lives. And we at Republic Bank feel really fortunate to be in a room this evening with so many like-minded individuals supporting a wonderful organization like Future Institute. I'm also blessed to work at an organization like Republic Bank, which encourages its colleagues to get involved in organizations like this and to make a difference, like Robert Taylor, who serves on Future Institute's board. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Future Institute, for all that you do. At this time, I'd like to ask Robert and Cengiz to join me for a donation check from Republic Bank. So to Future Institute, we thank you for all that you do. Thank you. And we hope that this will help you build that better society for the future.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
sir.
Really appreciate
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you, Jack. Isn't that wonderful? All right, so moving along to the next part of our program, I'd like to introduce you to another one of our Future Institute sponsors, is the New Plan Learning, or as they are known, NPL. NPL is a nonprofit organization that specializes in collaborative project management and charter school facility development and construction. NPL believes that all children deserve access to high-quality free and public education within their community. NPL has been generously supporting FI since 2016, and when Future Institute started its pilot program that has led the way to programs like Future Legacies and FLI today. New Plan Learning has provided the following video, and I'd like for you to visit their exhibitor table, which is in the next room when you have an opportunity. So with that, we'll play the video.
Education. Investment for our future. Today, more than 76 million students are enrolled in U.S. schools. Since 2003, roughly 3.7 million students have been displaced due to school closures. They have dreams. Things that they want to do. They deserve a chance to succeed. NPL is a nonprofit charter school developer that creates opportunities for student success. It's not just the buildings, but the people. We're here to do our share, helping to achieve their dreams. Building better communities. One student at a time. NPL, a turnkey solution for charter school development.
Thank you, NPL. Okay, now I'd like to introduce you, or first of all, I want to acknowledge East West University for their generosity, not only for being a partner with Future Institute, but for providing us with this wonderful establishment that we are having the pleasure of convening today. So I'd like to acknowledge and thank East West University for opening up your campus, the event space that we are using, and for being a sponsor and partner for the last few years. I'm honored to introduce Dr. Muhammad Khan, the Chancellor of East West University. Dr. Khan has a MA and a Master's of Education honors degree from Punjab University in India. He has a PhD in Educational Administration from Indiana University here in the U.S. He has been a teacher and administrator for many years around the globe, from Pakistan, California, Indiana, to now we have the pleasure of having him right here in Chicago. Dr. Khan was instrumental in the inception, creation, and accreditation of East West University, which all started 43 years ago. So with that, I'd like to have Dr. Muhammad please come up. It's my pleasure.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great honor for me to be with you on behalf of my colleagues of the university here and the whole university. I heartily welcome both Future Institute and Concept Schools. My brother, Cengiz Karatas, in Turkish called Kirdish. Kirdish means brother. So he's my brother, and he has been here for quite some time. One point of the mission of this university is to serve humankind with a global multicultural perspective and future-oriented perspective. So from the very beginning, and this is our 42nd year, from Indiana, I moved to Chicago, 77, and was a dean in an African-American college, William University, which closed. So we thought that 78, we thought that we will build our own school. So in September 1980, we started. Muslims have a separate calendar. It's a Hijra calendar, migration, Hijra. So 1401 started at that time. in 1980. So we want to celebrate that calendar. And one member of our faculty is London-based, Professor Zia Sardar, author of many books. He was the one who took me to World Future Society annual meeting in New York one time. And since that time, we started a Chicago campus, Chicago chapter of World Future Society here also. It's sometimes it is active, other times not active. The basic purpose of starting this university was to take higher education to Chicago's what Northwestern University study calls urban ghettos, South Side and West Side. So we got accreditation back in '83, and 39th class will graduate next June. 38 classes have graduated. And because the chancellor and president basically, they have only one job, to rob the rich and pay the poor. And one time I was in Saudi Arabia, and I gave my card, and the guy said, "I know you." I said, "Sir, you know me?" No, I know your university. You are listed in the best colleges guide of the U.S. News and World Report. That was probably 35 years ago or something. I said, "No, we are not listed there." He said, "What kind of chancellor are you that you do not know this is the guide?" I said, "The chancellor only needs a chance," so I got the chance, but I was extremely happy. 2022 edition also includes us. Out of 7,800 institutions of higher learning, 1,600 are listed in the best colleges guide every year of the U.S. News and World Report. The last thing I want to say is that recently I addressed a small gathering somewhere, and I said I'm from Chicago. It's a unique city in the whole world because we have one university here, University of Chicago, which has the largest number of Nobel laureates. No university in the world has so many Nobel Prize winners as we have at the University of Chicago. I said one of them was Theodore Schultz. Theodore Schultz, born in 1902, died in 1998, 96 years of age. He made one speech one time, and he said, no country is rich because of the gold or diamond mines or emerald mines or oil wells. Countries are developed because of human capital. So universities are the ones which produce human capital. And they are, I studied at Berkeley also the economics of education and so on and so forth. So this is what we are doing, but because being the richest per capita GDP country, United States, we somehow have the problem of equity and also environmental problem, these two problems that are plaguing human future. So we somehow, in all large urban areas, we have urban ghettos, as one study of Northwestern University said, and reaching out to them, transforming their lives to bring them here. They don't have any money for us to charge any tuition fees from them, and then they don't move back there, but they and their families move to suburbs or better areas. So it's a noble thing that this university and the concept schools and Future Institute wants to do. So I heartily welcome all of you here, and most grateful for this invitation, actually to hold this. This is your university, so you can have any and all meetings here. Dean Zafar Malik, my colleague, will help you in those things. So I'm very grateful and welcome you heartily to this evening.
So we're going to take a couple of minutes because as we get ready to give you an opportunity to really get in some insight as to the students and the mentors that are a part of Future Institute. So if you want to grab a glass of water, if you want to grab a seat, if we can get the students up as well as the mentors. I'm going to call up Viviana Benitez, Shahista Khatun, Michael Zamudio, Dr. Christina Wagner, and Phil Crone. If you all can join me up here, we'll get a chance to have a quick chat, so that way those who are here can honor you and get some insight as to your experience. You can Sit anywhere. I'm going to be sitting there with you guys, so it doesn't matter wherever you'd like to sit. So you're going to put me in the hot seat in the middle. Okay, that's great. All right, I'm going to sit right here. They'll give me an opportunity to kind of swivel back and forth. So when we were thinking about doing this program, one of the things that I said that I think would have the most impact, it's great to have those of us who are sitting around understanding the importance of what it is Future Institute does and what they represent. But you want to hear it from the students. You want to hear it from the mentors as to the reason why. The passion behind what we do is only as good as the outcomes. And I am pleased to have a panel here of both students and mentors who are going to give you some insight on their experience. And I will call out, starting with Viviana. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. So hi everyone, my name is Viviana Benitez and I'm currently a sophomore at DePaul University. I am majoring in special education and I'm a second year flight program participant.
Thank you, Viviana. All right, Shahisa.
My name is Shaisa Khatun. I am a graduate from Chicago Math and Science Academy in 2014 and a graduate from Northeastern Illinois University in 2020. And currently I am working as an academic counselor at CMSA.
Michael.
Hi, my name is Michael Zamudio. I am a second year fly participant. I am currently a sophomore at DePaul University and I'm currently studying business administration.
All right, and Dr. Wagner.
Hi, I'm Dr. Christina Wagner. I am the System Director of Clinical Service Lines at Sinai Chicago, and I'm one of the mentors in the program.
And finally,
I'm Philip Crone. I'm president and founder of Productive Strategies. We're a sales process and marketing consulting firm. I went to high school in the Chicago area, went to Duke for a BA in psychology, and then have an MBA from Kellogg at Northwestern.
well, welcome. If you all cannot hear in the back, please feel free to just let us know. I know that some of us are masked, so that can be a bit muffled. All right, so the first question that I have, and this is to any of the students. How has Future Institute impacted you and your career aspirations? Give us an example.
So I can start off. One thing that I really love about the Future Institute program is having a mentor. So I know for me, last year I had a really good mentor that kind of helped me with my career aspirations because she was very knowledgeable in special education. So she kind of like really helped me figure out the next steps that I needed to take and like what classes I needed to take and like who to go to. I needed help with certain things. So that's one way that the Future Institute program has helped with career aspirations.
Michael?
I would say that my mentor, he was very good at breaking down every topic. He let me know that just because I have a degree doesn't mean I have to stick to it, and that there are many opportunities in life that no matter what I choose, that it's going to be okay. And it was really nice to know that someone who had already gone through this or was at a further step than I was doing okay. And it was really comforting to know that the steps I was taking were the correct ones.
Yeah, it gives you some reassurance that, we don't know what's going on. But the good thing is that we have a community of those that have been there and can support you through those time periods. Now, I have to point out, if you all did not hear her introduction, not only was she a student and matriculated out of the program, but she now is in a position where she is consulting and helping students. So I'd love for you to kind of chime in on how did Future Institute help you on your journey to get you to where you are right now?
Future Institute plays a prominent role in my success as a student and in my professional career because I am here today as an academic counselor because of Future Institute, because they told me about this opportunity. When I had a mentor, they supported and guided me through my career pathway. And when I became a counselor myself, I am in that mentor position. And I hold that impactful decision for a student's success in their career, professionally and personally. So I am thankful and for Future Institute.
I Thank you. I think it's great to see the start for the students that are sophomores and also see those that have matriculated out of the program. So we talk about all the good things. All right, so let's talk about some of the challenges that you faced when you were in college, and especially how has FI been able to, I say FI, I'm sorry, how has Future Institute been able to assist you overcome those challenges?
Yeah, so Michael and I had pretty similar experiences. We both entered college with COVID going on, so we never really had a normal college experience our first year. I know for me, everything was online the first year, so I was kind of like confused as to what was going on. But Future Institute was really helpful with the workshops. They really helped us know like who to look for when we needed help, because we weren't really on campus, so like we didn't know who to look for when we needed something or like where to go to. So they really helped us with that. They also did a lot with like, if you needed something, you could go to them as well. So like we had Nicole and like a bunch of other people that we could ask for help and for resources. So that was one really good thing that I appreciated.
Yeah, I think the entire world can say that 2020 threw us all for a tailspin. So the fact that you were able to pivot during that time period says a lot. Michael?
I would say that it was something to look forward to, like the meetings that we had. Like Viviana said, it was really isolating at the beginning because we didn't know what was going on. Our classes weren't switched to all online until like a week or two before classes, so we had plans to actually be in person. And once everything shut down, a lot of people ended up leaving the dorms. There was a lot of confusion, and everyone was so isolated. I had difficulty reaching out to my classmates. I felt very confused at this time, and I always looked forward to the meetings that we had because I know that everyone was there, was really friendly and supportive. And if I really had any questions, I almost always got a response within a day or so. And I looked forward to knowing that there was some stability in my life at that time.
Yeah, it's reassuring to have at least some sort of network that you can tap into. I mean, honestly, at the age I am, I still look for those networks, and I still stay in touch with the mentor that I had when I was in college. So believe me, it does make an impact. All right, I'm going to switch up a little bit and address the mentors. So the question that I have is, as a mentor, where have you found that you've made the biggest impact on the students that you have mentored? You want to go first?
Sure. So I'm Dr. Christina Wagner. I have kind of an interesting past that I'm a first-generation college student. I went to school on a scholarship for need, not necessarily based on my academic achievements in high school. I got an undergrad in business, and I really did that because I just didn't know what to do. No one in my family could really offer me that assistance to try and figure out what my goals were. And I ended up working for about 9 years and then changing, becoming a nurse practitioner, getting multiple additional degrees, then a doctorate and an MBA. So I've got a lot of letters after my name, but I really would have probably benefited from a program like this to help put me on the right direction from the start and be able to get that kind of mentoring help from someone who could have guided me and who had been there before. So the reason why I do this is so that I can be that person to someone else. And what I have found is being that voice to guide, but also to listen, to hear the fears, to calm the fears, to let people know that they're not alone, and that, as your mentor had said, that there's always a way back, there's always another option, there's always another door. Maybe it's not necessarily your plan to have a pandemic your first year in college, but we're all in it together. So the Future Institute has been really helpful for me to be able to find like-minded students that were in the place that I was in and be able to help them achieve what they're looking to do.
I think it's awesome, and I think everyone probably in this room can attest to an opportunity where they've had a pay-it-forward kind of experience. Bill?
Sometimes you talk to the mentee and you find out that her family wants her to work long hours to help the family with their finances, and helping that student have a discussion with an adult outside the family of how to have that discussion with their parents so that they not only can contribute to the family's finances but optimize their college experience. So we've had some discussions about that. Also, what to do about a class where you think you're struggling, you feel like it's over your head. Do you drop the class, having an outsider to talk to, and also get some ideas of study techniques and some strategies for maybe dropping the class, coming back, taking it over the summer where you could give it more time. So I've only been a mentor for one semester, but I've found we've had several discussions that I got a lot out of, and I think the mentee did too. And in the future, our mentee is going to go through our persuasive communications course remotely from St. Louis, so she'll get that help in future interviewing, future negotiating, just future conversations. She'll have some consultative communication skills.
Well, to follow up on that, I know that Dr. Wagner had mentioned her previous experience that she's been able to tap into to make you an effective mentor. So I'll pose this question, Phil. What tools from your career experience do you find essential in assisting as a mentor?
Well, first of all, the tool that I received from the Future Institute on pointers on how to have discussions and how often to have them with your mentee were very helpful. And we're setting up career goals, life goals, academic goals, and that structure's been very important. But I think the biggest thing that I can help with is the fact that we train people, both salespeople and technical people, lawyers, accountants, priests, golf pros, in communication skills. And if our mentee can take that program at no cost to them, we think it's going to help them when they're negotiating job interviews, accepting jobs, all kinds of situations in the future. Not just if they're in sales, but if they're in any type of profession where they're communicating with other people.
Great. All right, so I'm going to make this an open question. To the mentees, to the students, or to the mentors for that matter, what advice would you give a first-year student who is trying to figure out whether or not the Future Institute is going to benefit them, or how to get started? Because I know a lot of us talked about how, had you had this opportunity in advance, what would you tell your first-year self or first-year student about Future Institute and its importance? Michael?
I can take this one. I would tell my past self to look forward to it, to not be afraid to talk to people, to really open yourself up to the experience. I know at first I was a little hesitant because I had not done a program like this before. Yes, I had talked to people during small events, school gatherings, but it was nothing with such an incredible amount of connections that I made with so many people from other schools, people who attended the workshops who were showing us their step process and how they navigated their way in life. We got access to LinkedIn. There's just so much that you can do with this program that you just have to keep an open mind and see everything as an opportunity.
Wonderful. Anyone want to add to that?
I would say take advantage of the mentor. He volunteered or she volunteered to do this, and there's probably a feeling within the mentee, oh, he's running a company, he's busy, I don't want to bother him. But that's the furthest thing from the truth. I would say take advantage of the mentor, call him. Don't just have the scheduled calls. Pick up the phone, write an email if you've got a problem or you want to just talk.
And I think what I would add to that as well is that from the student standpoint, I would tell you that just because you're looking for guidance or looking for a mentor does not mean that you are any less of an adult, that you are any less of a leader, that you are any less of a student. There's not probably any one of us who has not leaned on and asked for help and gotten guidance and advice, just like you had said, that we from each other every single day. So it does not mean that you're not independent just because you have someone to bounce ideas off of. And I agree with Phil completely. This is probably having my calls with my mentee is the one meeting that I look forward to most on my calendar. So of all the meetings that I have, please don't show this to my boss.
Well, I will tell you, with some of the CEOs and executive directors and leaders within your own organizations, that's the reason why you have boards. That's the reason why you have senior staff. No matter how high up within an organization you go, even if you're owning your own business, you do need to lean on someone. So I think that that says a lot. Yeah, oh, I was actually going to point something else to you, but yes, please.
Oh, an advice I would give my mentors and my past self would be explore opportunities, utilize the resources that you're given, or look for them and gain experiences and network within your community, within your school, within your university. It will benefit you doubly.
Well, you just kind of leaned right in. Were you going to say something, Bill?
I was gonna
Yep.
say, the first conversation we had, it was the first week of school, and the mentee was overwhelmed with, should I join a sorority and do this and do that? And we said, you know, there's plenty of time to do all these things. Step back, evaluate them, like you said, and don't feel you have to get involved in everything going on campus. Wait till the ball comes to you and it feels right to join something. That was such a relief to her.
Yeah, there's a level of expectation and awareness that, you know, you're going in and you're being hit. It's like sensory overload, right?
Yes.
I'm going to ask you, Shahisa, because you have graduated, how has this program, how has Future Institute prepared you post-graduation?
Future Institute prepared me for post-graduation by establishing or engrossing my independence, my academic success, and preparing me for my career by offering their career workshops. I would attend all of them, from law school orientations to investments or educational career workshops that they used to have. And gaining that experience and knowledge prepared me to increase, to get better, to improve. I feel it helped me grow.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And especially the career programs, you know, helping with interview skills, helping you feel comfortable in your own skin, sitting across the table from someone as you're trying to sell yourself on getting that first job, which is extremely nerve-wracking. So yes, thank you for that. All right, so we're almost done. A couple more questions. So to the mentor, how does one volunteer, or why should one volunteer to become a mentor?
Well, I think we all want to give back in some way. This is a terrific forum for doing that. But I also think that you get as much out of it as the mentor as the mentee does. And that's the fun part, as you said. It's just a lot of fun to have these conversations.
I agree. It's, I think that I get back just probably as much, if not more, than what I give. I really like to be able to stay connected with both people from being my mentor, and then I have mentee the same way that someone provided me that. I'm going to give it to them. Of course, mine came later in my career. But I think the other thing that's nice is that helping to develop people into the professionals that they want to be, no matter what career that is. It just so happens that my mentee does want to work in the science field, and so I'm able to actually help her when she graduates, hopefully get a job and start a career, and give her a couple experiences that maybe others wouldn't be able to do. And I really look forward to being able to do that additional giving back and helping her in any way that I can. It's really created what I hope to be a lifelong relationship, and I think that having that makes me a better person.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, so this is it. We're going to wrap up in just a second, but I'm going to give you all an exercise. I want you all to think of 3 words that best describes Future Institute's program. 3 words. Anyone want to go first?
I'll do 3 with some hyphens. Risk reduction, I think, potential reaching, and just optimizing the chance for success.
Wonderful. Anyone else? Yes.
Resourceful, encouraging, and student success.
I'll say innovative, positive, and forward-thinking.
Wonderful.
I would say group like unity or like bringing people together, resourceful like Shakista said, and then also encouraging because we're very encouraging.
Wonderful. Michael, you gonna round it out? I love it.
Yes, I would say community, motivating, and self-realization.
Fantastic. Well, with that, I want to again thank you all for sharing your time. Sharing your time, and know that you have an entire room filled with folks who are here to support you. And we encourage you to continue to share with your fellow students, those that especially are not familiar with Future Institute, those that you have gone through the program with, that you have not connected with, just let us know, because we would love to see how we can continue to help. And if you're able to, reach back and help out that first year student who's trying to figure out what all this is all about. So thank you very much. All right. Thank you guys. Good job. All right. Thank you all very much for that. Again, Viviana Benitez, Michael Zamundio, Dr. Christina Wagner, Phil Crone, and Shahista Khatun. If you all have not had an opportunity to meet them before you leave today, please do so. All right, with that, we have a Future Institute testimonial video. Because we serve the students in the Midwest and across the country, Future Institute has many sponsors, partners, volunteers, and students outside of Chicago who could not make it here in person. But these testimonials you'll see in a second will give them a voice.
Hi, my name is Mike Torno, one of the directors here at PSI. PSI is a proud supporter of Future Institute. PSI serves more than 500 schools across the Midwest. This service to these schools includes our education division and our school health division. Our education services include psychology services, counseling services, intervention specialists and special ed educators, therapists, speech, PT, OT, as well as tutors, remedial teachers, and English language learners. We also do this in our school health division, which supports school clinics, our special needs division, and our screenings division. We do this through nurse practitioners, RNs, LPNs, medical assistants, and health aides, all supported by our medical director. Our training and education division supports not only our employees, but also our school partners like Concept Schools. We do this through supporting school programs for students, for teachers, and for the school community. Future Institute is a very important partnership of ours. We feel this is a very important partnership for us because of the student transition and post-high school success that is the focus for Future Institute. We have been supporting Concept Schools for many, many years and believe in this relationship that we have together. I also serve as a member of the Future Institute board to contribute to the growth and success of these students.
I think you're doing, I shouldn't say 100%, but 99% right. I think you're doing the right things. You're always following up with the supporters, your donors. You send out emails, you call them, you invite them to come, even though you know they couldn't, because you have a national group of supporters, and it took you years to come up with it. First, you run a high school, a little school, then you run a bigger school, then you do this. So, and people see it. People know, like, you care, and you have this monthly podcast. I think you're doing everything right. Just keep doing it. Just everything glamorous on the outside, the gala, people get dressed very nice. They buy this, they donate that. But inside is all hard work, it's all grit. And you are doing it. Congratulations.
My name is Lababa Kure. I go to the College of Ohio State University. I'm a first year in college. My major is biology with on a pre-dentistry track with a minor in epidemiology. Something that I was concerned about after graduating was that I knew what worked for me while I was in high school. And I always heard like a lot that what worked for you in high school, 9 times out of 10 wouldn't work in college, which scared me a lot. So like things like studying, having times to do things that I want, and also being financially stable, which was something new that I haven't really thought about. The Future Legacy program really helped me with my concern because they had many different workshops with different topics and speakers speaking from firsthand experience. I remember they had one workshop that they talked about like how to be organized in college, and also the peer mentors that were in college also really helped by giving tips and tricks that they found helpful to make their college experience go by more smoothly. The best advice my mentor gave me was that it's okay not to get all A's and B's. College can be pretty rough, and you won't always do well in every class that you take, but the only thing you can do is take it one day at a time and keep pushing until you reach your goal. My favorite workshop was the time management workshop because I procrastinate a lot, and I really need to get my act together. So it really helped me like set a schedule for me and like stick to it.
Hi, my name is Kasone. In the spring of this year, I graduated with Bachelor's of Science in Civil Engineering from Illinois Institute of Technology. I am currently working as a structural engineer at BLA. The high school I went to was Chicago Math and Science Academy, which was where I started my connection with Future Institute. The main challenge I face in college and in my transition into my career was creating good connections. It is important to be acquainted with professionals in the same field as to learn more about the career path and to possibly land an internship during summer break. And through Future Leaders Initiative, Future Institute has helped me to develop my network through essentials workshops such as writing a resume, creating a LinkedIn profile, and preparing for a job interview. Often, many of these workshops were presented by professionals, which I was able to connect with and later asked for advice. At the end of my sophomore year, Future Institute had connected me with New Plan Learning, where I had interned and worked with the project manager. During my time at my internship, I was able to visit school sites and see the rehabilitation and maintenance of Concept School during that time. It was a learning experience for me, and I also learned skills such as communications and organization there as well. I was grateful to have the project manager from New Plan Learning as my mentor during the entire junior and senior year of my college career. Dean was a great mentor, and he had helped me with my cover letter. He had given me many good advice about both career and life. I want to thank Future Institute for scholarships awarded to me. I want to give a special thanks to New Plan Learning for the scholarship last year. I had put all my scholarships toward paying for my college tuition. And I want to say thank you, Future Institute, for preparing me for my career.
Future Institute has helped me in so many ways that I can't even begin to explain. First, with my stress, going to classes, dealing with deadlines, time management, and all of that. I know Future Institute, there's usually this stress management workshop that is usually hosted, and I just remember this one time just going for it, and I just remember how it made me feel so relaxed, like it was needed. And as little as it seemed, it really it meant a lot to me, and it was kind of like a huge deal for me because I needed that break, and Future Institute was able to like help me with that by providing that platform. Also, for my public speaking, I always say this all the time. So I remember when I volunteered for the college symposium. I was really scared. I remember you, Nicole, would just tell it's okay, just breathe, it's fine. Because having that like phobia, just that fear for like just like coming up and talking in front of people, and now I have to like talk in front of like this like college students. They're gonna ask me questions, so it was a lot for me. But I know I was able to just overcome that by just being there, just answering the questions, just Future Institute kind of like just gave me that platform to kind of like exercise that, okay, it's fine, you got this, you can breathe. It was kind of like a saving grace for me of some sorts, because after that, it's just been like public speaking has just been really easy for me, because I just remember, oh, I did this one time, it was okay. I know I'm always gonna be anxious, I'm always going to be nervous, but like just that experience that really helped me. This year I'm using my scholarship for my housing and for my books, and that has helped me tremendously because like coming from a community college and going into four-year university, I definitely need all the help I could get. So especially with books, with housing as well, it's definitely a big deal for me, and it's just that financial help, that financial aid really helped me like put into perspective, okay, this, at least I know I got this covered. Okay, what is left? What else can I do? What other scholarships could help me? So this Future Institute paying for that just kind of like lifted a huge weight off of me. So I want to specifically specialize in mental health nursing because I just believe like our mental health is really important. It shouldn't be overlooked. And with this time of COVID and how it has really impacted a lot of people, both physically as well as mentally, it is definitely something that shouldn't be overlooked, and something that I really find myself just being more interested in. So I definitely want to look into mental health, specialize more in the mental health aspect of nursing, and then further on, of course, become a nurse practitioner. So that's like my biggest goal. I want to give a huge shout out and a special thank you to Mr. Phil Crone. Thank you so much for your tremendous help, for the scholarship, for donating. You don't know how much that has changed my life, and how much that has just like helped put my life into perspective. So I am super grateful, and thank you so much. It has helped for my books, has helped for my housing, because without that, I'll probably have to work full-time somewhere or part-time somewhere. Also holding that weight with the weight of nursing school would have definitely been a lot for me. So thank you so much for helping me with that.
Right, give you some insight as to how we're actually using every single dollar that is being raised for Future Institute to help these students. So we thank you for your generosity. I would like to close this program by not only thanking everyone in attendance in person, but for those virtually who were not able to join us today. Learning more about Future Institute is exactly the reason why we're here. This was our first year in doing this, and I have a very sneaky suspicion, that Genghis is going to keep me busy as we continue to go on and see how we can continue to serve our students. As a reminder, there's still time to bid on our silent auction, making donations on Gala Bid. The auction does not close until 6:30. If anyone would like to support Future Institute by volunteering, we are in need of career mentors. ladies and gentlemen. So please do consider dedicating a few moments of your time on a weekly, monthly basis. As you can tell, it really makes an impact on our students. If you are interested, you can contact Nicole Pintka. She is in the other room. She was the lovely lady that registered you in, and she will make sure to give you all of the details on how you can participate. On your way out, please take a gift bag from the registration table. This is our way of saying thank you for coming in, finding out about Future Institute, and please share the information with those that are in your circle of influence. That is what we have. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Did you want to have me make an announcement?
Great job. There's a lot of food on there. Maybe
I
I
know.
mentioned to everybody, stick around.
Yes. And there's a lot of food, guys, so please don't be shy.